Today I am making a scrapbook layout and card as part of the Craft with 5 challenge. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. Today is the Craft with 5 challenge, which is a collaboration that I host where each month there are 5 crafty items we have to use on a project. It can be any type of project as long as it includes those 5 items. And there is a playlist linked in the description box below. There's a few of us who play along with this every month, so you can check everybody out in that playlist. So this month, the 5 items were the colors green and yellow, flowers, washi tape, and enamel dots. So I have kind of some stuff pulled together that I know I want to use. I'm making a scrapbook layout. I'm going to kind of combine this with another challenge. I am wanting to use one of the latest weekly sketch layouts from A Cherry on Top. So I am going to kind of use this as a loose guide for building my layout. And I do have things kind of already prepped and ready to go, mainly because I'm using scraps. This month's prompts kind of lean towards St. Patrick's Day with the greens and the yellows. And I don't normally have St. Patrick's Day photos to scrap, and so I don't have a lot of products. But I do make blocks, like our business that my husband and I have. We make decorative blocks that use St. Patrick's Day papers. And so I have a lot of scraps from that. So I am using scraps. So let's get into the layout, and then we are also going to make a card later on in the video as well. As I said, I'm loosely going to follow this Cherry on Top scrapbook layout sketch. And I say loosely for a couple reasons. One, it shows 2 photos and I only have 1 photo. So I'm going to end up bringing in a extra piece of pattern paper that will kind of act as the same size as the 2 photos. So I do have like this large strip, which is similar to the sketch. And then I'm going to add this smaller green shamrock pattern down. And then the sketch had some almost like tags or tab shape coming out of part of both sides of where the photos were, like kind of the photo block. And so I'm just going to use these scraps to bring in some yellow that kind of ties in the yellow and the green colors together. And I'm just going to kind of slide them in. I'm not even going to trim them down. I'm going to use them as they are. I'll slide that larger one in on the right side and then the smaller one in on the left. So this incorporates the pattern, the use of the pattern paper here incorporates the colors green and yellow for me. I'm going to add this yellow scrap right onto the smaller green shamrock pattern, and that's going to kind of be a base for my photo to sit. And I pretty much used all of these pieces. I think I maybe had to cut that larger clover strip down a little bit. I think it was a 12-inch strip, so I trimmed maybe an inch off that, but everything else, all the scraps I used just as they were, so it kind of worked out perfect. I have this gnome that I had made years ago and found some in my stash and was going to try and work through some of those as well. I have some yellow washi tape, and I am just kind of adding it down to either side of my photo layout just to add another layer of yellow to help tie that in. So now we have the green, yellow, and washi tape. I'm just going to add this gnome down kind of to the bottom right corner. And then they had kind of like a shamrock garland or 4-leaf clover garland, and it had looked like smaller clovers, and they had a lot more, but with the size I have, this is just a sheet of Dollar Tree stickers that I found in my stash that were clovers, and I'm just going to kind of try and mimic that with these larger clovers. So I'm just going to add 5 kind of in a tumbling pattern, kind of a wavy tumbling pattern. And then I'm using my smallest micron pen, I believe, was it a 0.2, to add a little bit of like string, almost as if it were part of a garland. So my flower element, I mean, technically I almost wanted to count the clovers as flowers, but I didn't. I brought in a little white flower punch that I found in my stash and added that to the gnome's hat. So we have 4 of the 5 on the layout already. For my title, I found some old green acrylic letters in my stash that it was a similar green to what was in my patterns. So I am going to spell out the word lucky as my title, and I just have a scrap piece of white cardstock. And then these letters were sticky, but I don't know how long they've been in my stash. They weren't super sticky anymore, so I am going to have to add some wet glue to the back of them and adhere them down better. I haven't bought letter stickers in a really long time, so I'm trying to work through a lot of the ones I have that have been in my stash for a really long time, so I always feel like I'm adding adhesive to the back of my letter stickers. But I'm getting them used up. And you get to that point where all you have left on the letter sticker sheets are like those random letters. Do you guys use those? Do you like make a point to try and use those, or do you just toss them once they get to that point? I know sometimes I will kind of harvest pieces from them, like if I need to make a R or an A, I'll take pieces from the Z or something like that. But I always intend to use them, and then they just sit in my stash, so every once in a while I do go through and end up purging. But just curious if I know people put them together and use those random letters like as a card background or as a mask for inking or something like that. I did add fishtail banners to this, and then we'll lay that there on the left side, kind of following along with the sketch. And then I do want to bring in some journaling, so I'm just I found a small white strip of cardstock that will actually slide right in under my photo and kind of layer underneath my gnome hat a little bit. And I just talk about the fact this was 2020, so right at the beginning of the pandemic, and so I was just talking about how we were lucky to be safe and healthy and actually all together. And luckily my gnome, that side was not glued down right at the edge, so I could slide that under. So then you can see I'm trying to show you that they had some paint splatters kind of at the top left and the bottom right corners, but I need to bring in enamel dots yet in order to fulfill my 5 items, so I am going to kind of mimic that with enamel dots. So that's why I said I'm kind of loosely following the sketch. I'm making it, trying to make it work with what I also need to do for this challenge. And I'm just using some yellow enamel dots that were from the Not Too Shabby. I think they were like a spring set, but I didn't have any green that worked, and so the yellow's pretty close, and I thought it would pop off the layout better anyway. And for those of you who are new here, I do tend to make 3 of each photo event, 1 for my album and then 1 for each of both of my daughter's albums. So I did do 2 other layouts using this photo with scraps. So I just wanted to show you those quickly. I pretty much followed the same format, just made the scraps work. And then I had some more scraps that I wanted to try and use up, and so I decided to try the cherry on top card sketch as well. And I will link the cherry on top sketches in the description for you. But they release new sketches like every week, and if you play along and submit your photos to their gallery, like on their website, you do earn like points to shop with. So that's kind of fun. So this particular scrap was, I think my card mat was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and the scrap was ended up being 4 inches wide, so I'm just trimmed that down. So there's my green, and then my washi tape, that yellow washi tape, I'm going to bring that back in, so that checks off the yellow and the washi, and I'm just using that to kind of create a border on the top and bottom of this square. And then I just made it long enough to kind of overlap on the back. And that will help the washi tape stay on. Adhere that to my card base. And then I have a yellow scrap that was like the perfect size for the vertical piece in the sketch. And then I did that kind of green and yellow plaid. I did trim that one down just to be a similar size to my sentiment, which I think I must have printed a few years ago and still had that in my stash, so I'm using that up as well. But we'll layer these down. So I have green, yellow, washi. I believe I'm going to count the clover as my flower this time, because I'm going to end up adding some more clovers on here. I just couldn't figure out how to, maybe could have, I don't know. At the time I couldn't figure out how to incorporate a yellow flower. But then for the enamel dots, at first I put 3 of those yellow ones that I used on my layout down at the bottom. But here you could really tell it was not, I don't know, I didn't like it with the yellow of that pattern paper. So I end up bringing in some white vinyl circles, which I tend to use as an enamel dots a lot. I don't have any white enamel dots actually. And so I am counting these as a non-dimensional enamel dot. So now I'm adding those clovers, and I kind of liked that tumbling pattern that I did on the layout, and so I'm going to kind of do that with these here, kind of having them cascading down across the sentiment. And then I had 2 other pieces of scrap that I had pulled out and didn't end up using on the front, so I am just going to add those on the inside of the card. And since they are larger, I'm just going to add them to the left side. That way I can just kind of use them as the size they are. I'm just going to add fishtail banners into the bottom of each of those. And I feel good. I don't use enamel dots a whole lot. I don't know why. I just tend to forget them. And washi, I hardly ever remember to use. So this was a good challenge. I got to finally use a cherry on top sketch, actually 2 of them. So glad to have done that. And I got to use up some St. Patrick's Day scraps. Like I said, I don't really make a whole lot of St. Patrick's Day paper craft projects. So here's my layouts again. Please be sure to check out that link in the description box below to see what everyone else is making. And thank you so much for your time, and hope you all have a very crafty day.